Why the heck are books rated so high? I log on to Goodreads, and it is rare that a book is under consensus 4 stars. If it's under 4 stars, it is garbage, and you should not read it. That's not true at all. There's many books that are under 4 stars. I'm a big movie guy, too. You log on to Letterboxd, it is rare that a movie hits over 4 stars, you know? The movies over 4 stars are like Shawshank Redemption and Parasite and like Beverly Hills Chihuahua, the masters of their craft. It begs the question, like, why are people pickier when it comes to movies than their books? I mean, they're both art. They're both very subjective, I imagine, and people obviously have very big thoughts about it. I don't know if you've been on TikTok or Instagram lately. There are people that give their opinions very wholeheartedly with, you know, reckless abandon. Boy, do they ever. So why are movies just rated lower in general? And I asked myself that question, and I figured, like, hey, you know, I can answer that question, probably. So I did, probably. I did a little bit of research, very minimal amount of research, but I did it. And we're going to attempt to answer that question right here, right now. Thank you guys very much for watching. My name is Turner Page. I have a fantasy sci-fi book tube. You know, like, subscribe if you like this kind of stuff. I put out videos every week. Follow me on TikTok, Instagram. I put out little shorts, you know, skits, funny little funnies. So follow me on there as well. I'll have the links down below. Hit all of the things you're supposed to hit that YouTubers are supposed to say to hit. And yeah. Anyway, let's get into the video. So I've broken this down into about 4 or 5 main points about why books are generally rated so much higher. And I think point number 1 is that reading, especially as opposed to movies, it takes a long time. There's a difference between giving a movie 2 hours of your time, or, you know, when it comes to Beverly Hills Chihuahua, giving it 7 hours of your time because you rewatch it over and over and over because it's so damn good.
But I'm just a lap dog.
Lap dog? No. Do not insult yourself. Do not insult the Chihuahua race.
There's a difference between giving a movie 2.5 hours of your time and giving a book 20, 30, 40 hours of your time, depending on, you know, what you're reading. You're going to feel closer to this book. You're going to feel more invested in this story than you are if you're just turning on a movie and just being like, that was fine, while you're thumbing through your Instagram DMs that are still empty, by the way. Stop checking. As opposed to when you're sitting there and you're reading and you're doing nothing else, you're in the zone, you're concentrating, you're locked in, you're imagining things so well. You're such a good little reader. You're a good little reader. It just makes me want to watch Beverly Hills Chihuahua again, actually, when I say that like that. So yeah, so much more time reading a book than a movie. Of course, you're going to rate it a little bit higher because you invested a lot of your time into this, and you don't want to feel like you just wasted all of that time. You know, don't worry, you didn't. That time went somewhere because of your 5-star rating. Your life means something now. Congrats. So point number 2 kind of leads into it, is that when you're reading, you imagine exactly what you want to imagine. If there is a beautiful man and they describe this man a certain way, in your mind, you might picture that person is Tom Hiddleston. That person over there might picture that it's Sebastian Stan. And that person over there, the right person, might picture Steve Buscemi. You know, whatever it is, you're picturing what is most attractive to you, as opposed to a movie, which is telling you like, hey, this is what this attractive man looks like. And that applies to everything in the book. That applies to fight scenes, and that applies to the scenery scenes. You imagine exactly what you want to imagine. And so it is going to be best case scenario in your mind all the time. Whereas movies, you're seeing exactly what the director and the actor and the writer and everyone else wanted you to see. Whereas when you're reading, you're seeing exactly what you want to see. You're seeing the best possible version of everything, if that makes sense, because you're picturing it how you would want it to be pictured. And you're never wrong. Don't listen to those people online. Don't listen to those Facebook commenters. You're never wrong. Keep being never wrong. Good job. Point number 3, the polarization of today's climate. I play some video games sometimes. I am known to partake in the occasional video game or two. All right, so sue me. Video games have to be either 5 stars or 1 stars. There is no middle ground anymore. If someone puts out a game and it's not the next Baldur's Gate, then it's trash. It's 1 star. And if a game has what the woke tend, it's so stupid. The polarization of today's climate of things either has to be 5 stars, have to be 1 star. It's ridiculous. All the nuance has been forgotten in this world. There is no middle room. There is no gray area. I hate it. I hate you. And I hate myself. Just kidding. Except for about the hate myself part. That was real and a cry for help. things are going to tend to skew a little higher, a little lower, and be a little bit less nuanced. But for some reason, in Letterboxd, there is a little bit more nuance because everyone thinks they're a critic these days. They're going to be like, well, the cinematography of they have no idea what they're talking about, but they think they do. And so they give it 3 stars. But books, the writing was good, man. 5 stars. Polarization. Stop doing it. Point number, what are we on? 4 is that books are just good. Books are really good. There is one person's vision come to life. They have gone through the editing process and published, and it takes a really long time to write a good book. And, they just turn out good. I'm not going to be knocking it. It's hard to go through the whole editing process of, writing, sending it to editors, sending it back to editors, back and forth to get a bad product. Like, you do that many, many times, you're probably going to end up something at least readable. Books just are good. Okay? Like, the 5 stars, the 4 stars are justified. Spoiler alerts, books are really good. If you couldn't tell by my book channel that I decided to invest a ton of time into, I like them a lot. They are cool, man. Read more. Which kind of leads into my next point, is that movies are diluted by so many people and books are not. Imagine, like, a movie, you have a script, right? It's written by a couple people. They throw that script out there. The director sees the script and is like, oh, I can work with that. I have my own vision. And then the director tells the actors, hey, this is my vision for this. And then they interpret it a different way. And then the cinematographer captures that performance how they want to. And then the gaffer gaffs. I've heard that word. I have no idea what a gaffer does. But anyway, my point is saying that there are a ton of people that put their own perspective into one person's or 2, 3 people, however many writers there were, their vision, right? It gets diluted. And sometimes it's for the better. Or sometimes the director can have like a very singular vision and can get everyone on board. But sometimes it just gets very lost in the sauce and mixed around and diluted. Whereas a book has 1, maybe 2 editors, and it's mostly the author. It's their vision. It's exactly how they wanted you to read it, exactly how they wanted it to be read and seen and heard and told. So their vision doesn't get diluted, and it is easier for an artistic vision to come together without all the collaboration diluting it. And I know that might be kind of a hot take there, okay? Some people saying that collaboration is needed for good art or whatever. And, my response, of course, is very nuanced and not polarized at all, which is you're wrong and I'm right. Always. Sorry. There you have it. That's why I think that books on Goodreads in particular have overwhelmingly more 4 or 5 stars than somewhere like Letterboxd would. There are many different things that go into it. It doesn't really matter. Movies are good. Books are good. Video games are not good. They're all 1 star. Stop playing that woke garbage. I'm just kidding. I don't even know what that means. But anyway, thank you for watching this video. My name is Turner Page. I put out these videos every week. Follow me on Instagram, TikTok, all that kind of stuff down below. I put out funny little skits. Probably going to be a podcast in the works soon. Stay tuned. Dog, whatever they say. Whatever cool people say.